Hello, everybody. Happy Colorado Day. If you don't know, now you know. It is Colorado Day. It's also August, which means our summer is slowly coming to an end. I have a mother who is a teacher, and I also have a younger sister who is starting high school. So this is the time of the year where I feel like everyone starts to get really upset because it means our summer is over. But happy August, happy Colorado Day. We've got some fun things to talk about, mostly Olympics, because why wouldn't we talk about the biggest sporting event that's happening right now? Every 4 years we get the honor, and we're talking about it as we speak. So after day 5 in Paris, here is the update. Here's where the USA stands. USA has the highest total medal count right now at 30, with France on their tail with 26. China is currently leading with gold medals at 9, USA at 5. However, I am feeling very, very, very confident that when track and field starts, Team USA will be getting a whole lot more gold medals. I feel like track and field, it just feels right. We dominate. We're going to get some more gold medals for Team USA once we get some track and field under our belts. I feel confident about that. So the USA is crushing total medal count. We are at the top. However, not so much with the gold medals. Track and field on the way. We will be catching up to China in no time. I have a question for you, and maybe you don't know the answer to this. It is kind of a trick question. Could you list the top 19 all-time fastest times, that's a mouthful, in women's 1,500-meter freestyle? Okay, here's your hint. It is the same person, okay? Katie Ledecky is literally the top 19 all-time fastest times. Her name is in all 19 spots for the fastest time for the 1,500-meter freestyle. She is literally swimming against herself. Watching this event is very fun to watch. One, because she's from Team USA, so it always feels good when she's winning very comfortably. But if you watch, it actually looks like she is swimming against nobody. That's how far ahead she is from the rest of her opponents. She brought home the gold for USA, and she pretty much feels untouchable at this point in time in this event. So shout out to Katie Ledecky, who is crushing for Team USA right now and doesn't really seem like she's got any type of competition when it comes to this event. So shout out to her. What an amazing accomplishment. Top 19. Incredible. We've got some more badass females athletes to talk about that are in Paris right now. An Egyptian fencer named Nada Havez reveals that she was 7 months pregnant at this year's Olympics. I'm not sure if you know a ton about pregnancy. If you don't, all good. The baby's probably the size of like an eggplant, okay? Not only that, that's 3rd trimester, okay, which you start feeling a little bit better. Everybody's body's different, but based on what I have seen, you start feeling a little bit better around the 3rd trimester, but you have to understand, when you go to the Olympics, you are training for the Olympics in the months leading up to the Olympics, okay? If she's 7 months pregnant, that means she had to go through her 1st trimester. Maybe she was so lucky to not have the morning sickness, the exhaustion, the this, the that, but being pregnant is hard, okay? It's a lot on your body, and she was not only fencing in the Olympics, 7 months pregnant, but trained through her pregnancy to get to Paris. So have to talk about how incredible that is. Women are incredible humans. We already know this to be true. Pregnancy is a beautiful thing, but to be competing in the Olympics and then announce, oh, by the way, I'm having a baby in 2 months, pretty cool stuff. So congratulations to her for just being a badass. We love to see it. In a new development on Team USA men's basketball, this is the topic, Steve Kerr was right. That is the newest development here, okay? Steve Kerr, just to give you a little bit of background, took a lot of heat for not playing Jason Tatum on Team USA versus Serbia, right? This is a guy who just won a championship. Why wasn't he playing? People were in an uproar. Well, unfortunately, Jason Tatum made a lot of people feel like Boo-Boo the clown, Boo-Boo the fool, because when he did play against South Sudan, it didn't really go as people had hoped. 4 points scored in 17 minutes of play. Steve Kerr obviously sees something that we do not. He obviously knows something that we do not. And him not playing Jason Tatum versus Serbia maybe wasn't the worst idea in the world. 4 points for this NBA champion on Team USA against South Sudan. So now the question remains, and I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to put you on the spot. Does Jaylen Brown belong in Jason Tatum's place? Listen, this is the finals MVP that you could argue was snubbed not being on Team USA. I've even seen some graphics of a potential lineup, starting lineup for the Team USA in 2028, and Jaylen Brown is nowhere on that list for some people, which is pretty crazy, wild, ridiculous. I don't know. I want to know how you feel. Did Jaylen Brown get snubbed of being at the Olympics as the finals MVP? He just won a championship and he was the MVP. Jason Tatum is the one that's in Paris on Team USA right now, but he's scoring 4 points in 17 minutes of play. Do you feel like Jaylen Brown got snubbed? Should he be in Jason Tatum's place? Was Steve Kerr right to not play Jason Tatum against Serbia? We've got a comment. He belongs in Joel Embiid's place, no question. There you go. There you go. Jaylen Brown does belong in Paris. He got snubbed of going to Paris. And then it's hard when you see your teammate who also won a championship but was not the finals MVP, only scoring 4 points in 17 minutes of play. Kind of wild, kind of crazy. Did the finals MVP get robbed of an Olympic experience, if you will? I'll let you guys decide on that one. We do have another person to talk about on Team USA for this men's basketball team, and that is LeBron James. Have to give credit where it's due. He officially joins KD and Melo as the only U.S. men's national team members to score 300 Olympic points. Shout out to LeBron. I feel like with LeBron on our side, the gold is as good as ours. So LeBron, keep crushing it. Almost 40 years old. It doesn't matter. You've still got it. We love watching you play. Congratulations on joining some legends, KD and Melo. Melo being my all-time favorite basketball player ever. So congratulations to LeBron. And then we've got one more little fun story for you today, okay? Very interesting. For the first time in MLB history, we could see a player play for both teams in the same game. Yes, you heard that correct. We could see for the first time in MLB history, one player playing for both teams in the same game. Okay, let me explain. Back on June 26th, okay, the Blue Jays played the Red Sox in a final game of a 3-game series, okay? You following? The game was ultimately suspended due to rain and rescheduled for August 26th, 2 months later, okay? In that 2-month window, Danny Jansen, who we are looking at right here, Danny Jansen was traded from the Blue Jays to the Red Sox. So on June 26th, he was playing for the Blue Jays. Now, 2 months later, same game is being continued because it was postponed due to weather, and he is now on the opposing team in that same game. Crazy. Danny Jansen will be resuming play in a postponed game, but play for the other team. Wild. I'm not sure it's ever happened before, but kind of a really cool story, and I'm sure it'll probably feel super odd for him that a game that he was actually up to bat when the game got postponed, and now he's on a different team. I kind of makes you wonder, who is he rooting for? No, I'm kidding. I would really, really, really hope and like to think that he is rooting for the current team that he is playing on, which is the Red Sox. So very cool, very historic, never been done before. Danny Jansen playing for two teams, both teams in the same game. Pretty cool stuff. Chat, how are we feeling this morning? We've talked about some of the dominating athletes in the Olympics. We've got LeBron, we've got Ledecky, talked about some historic MLB stuff, and I want to know from you guys how you're feeling on this August 1st. August is here, which means summer is slowly coming to a close. Everybody cries, everybody weeps. Yes, it is hard. This time of the year is not easy. So chat, how are we feeling? Let me ask you the question again about Jaylen Brown. I know Tyler was in the chat talking a little bit about Jaylen Brown should be in Joel Embiid's place, no doubt. Non-basketball reasons is why he's not there, and it's sad. Tyler, do tell these non-basketball reasons. Do we fear that maybe Jaylen Brown speaking on Bronny James was not a great idea? maybe Steve Kerr knew, hey, I've got to fly in replacements, but I'm not picking Jaylen Brown because he just spoke a little wildly about LeBron James's son. And I'm not sure that would be great chemistry for Team USA in Paris. Just a thought. I'm not saying what Jaylen Brown said was wrong. I am saying not only did you speak about LeBron James's kid, not only did you speak about LeBron James's teammate, you spoke about his son, okay? So Papa Bear, I would imagine, wasn't super thrilled to hear what you had to say about his child. No filter. Is that what that says? With the things he says about anything, including politics. Yeah, that is fair. And I do feel like if you're going to, Team USA, it's not just about your talent. It's not just about your skill. It's also about your representation, right? I think that there can be a little bit of exclusivity in this club when you are selecting members of this team. You kind of want to select people that you know will represent the way that they're supposed to. And I'm not saying Jaylen Brown wouldn't, but yeah, maybe he rubs people the wrong way, the way that he speaks, which if that's the case, you could argue, I mean, KD's got probably the most fiery Twitter fingers out of any professional athlete ever, besides AB, Antonio Brown. That would probably be another big one. But yeah, maybe he just rubs people the wrong way. And I do think, recently he kind of showed that he speaks his mind. He had a camera in his face. He spoke about Bronny James. Bold thing to do courtside at a game that Bronny was playing in, knowing that cameras are everywhere and people are waiting for you to say something that they don't agree with so they can put it all over the internet and blast you. So there's that. How else are we feeling, Chad, about the Olympics? Anything pressing that you feel like we need to discuss today? I will tell you, I'm a little under the weather today. I'm not sure if I will be good to go for hoops later today. That being said, I should be back tomorrow for some Broncos talk with Nate Jackson. And Nate Jackson will actually be in here today in the studio to have his show called Dumb Jock. If you guys have not seen Dumb Jock with Nate Jackson, you absolutely must. All things football talk. He has amazing guests that come into the studio and sit down and talk with him. It's insightful, it's entertaining, and Nate Jackson is the type of guy that could talk about football for hours and very fun to listen to. If you have not watched Dumb Jock, please turn on notifications for all things Guerilla Sports. You don't want to miss it. Later today, he will be live. I'm not sure if I will be live later today, but I will be back in the studio tomorrow to talk through some Broncos stuff. And just so you know, I've got a lot of things to say about the Broncos right now because as it seems from my little Twitter world here, Bo Nix is trending. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Okay. Bo Nix doing some pretty awesome things yesterday at practice. We got a little bit of taste of that. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But in the meantime, everybody, I hope you have a fabulous August 1, start of a new month, set new goals. Also, happy Colorado Day if you didn't know. It is Colorado Day, so happy Colorado Day to everybody. We've got more Olympics. We'll continue to talk about it. We'll continue to cover it. Like I said, track and field coming very soon, and Team USA, I have a feeling, is going to get lots of gold medals there. We will catch up to China, I'm sure of it. And in the meantime, have a wonderful day. Make sure you are not missing out on Dumb Jock later today with Nate Jackson. Incredible show. Always has incredible guests. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Tyler. Happy Colorado Day. Go Broncos. Go Nuggets. Go Rockies. Go Avs. Go Rapids. All things Colorado. We love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Happy Thursday. We'll catch you tomorrow with myself, but definitely stick around today for Nate Jackson with Dumb Jock. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging. And happy Thursday. Bye.